America by Design Season 1 was a great, tremendous success.
Well, I can't believe the outpouring of people that have seen the show and love it.
I think Season 1 again set the stage for Season 2, but we'll see even better stories, bigger ideas.
Series 2, I'm in, and I'm very excited.
I want to scream to the world how important design is to create value for the society we live in.
We at Salesforce are inspired by America by Design. The stories you tell bring to light the hidden talents that are out in the world making a better world.
I think our cities, our towns are chock full of design and innovation.
To innovate, we need people of all different backgrounds and genders and races to come together to solve the big problems.
The time is right now for a design show to see the full range of design and creativity that humans are capable of.
The feedback to Season 1 has been phenomenal. And then there's the stats, the broadcast stats. They've been great, the ratings. The By Design TV YouTube channel is really going along. And then there's our social media. A lot of fun going on there too. But you know what I really get a buzz out of is the little anecdotes along the way. I love Scott's story about his next door neighbor.
Well, I'm just walking down the street in my Brooklyn neighborhood and my neighbor next door says, "Scott, I saw you on TV."
You know, we're really having a design conversation here in front of everybody.
Ultimately, this is about you, the designer. We want to celebrate your work and give you a much larger platform than you've ever had before.
We want to inspire you. We want you to fall in love with the people that we show, but also fall in love with your own talents, and maybe you'd be on the show.
There's this lore in American innovation, I guess you could say, of the garage startup, Apple, HP, etc. And we've kind of returned back to that. Great design can come from anywhere.
I've always said there's nothing better than a road trip.
America's a big country and has a lot of regions and a lot of distinct areas, from the beach to the mountains to the city. There's design stories everywhere.
I had a lot of fun shooting Season 1. I learned a lot about Austin, Texas, learned a lot about Philadelphia, and I really look forward to exploring more US cities in Season 2.
Well, I'm a New Yorker, so I'm kind of biased. There's a ton of great design in New York, but I know there's a ton of great design across the rest of the country too.
The United States is a chameleon. It's too big to define, and there's too many cultures, and we work too fast. And I think that's the exciting thing about it.
It's really important to also look at fitness and outdoor adventure. America has been a design driver in these industries for decades.
I think now more than ever, design and design thinking is critical.
Everybody's working remote. The whole office situation has changed.
There's a lot of people who do a lot of work to do good in the world, and it's not always visible. People should know the craft and care that goes into helping them live a better life.
I'm really excited to meet the makers and creators around the country who are designing solutions to immense and incredible challenges.
So I think that now we'll finally be able to show people empirically how design changes the world.
You know, since we've hit the airways, people have started coming at us from all corners of the country and also across the world. This show's really got some momentum.
You know, I think the greatest value of this show is that it's not just a bunch of designers standing around rubbing elbows. We're actually reaching the masses.
I think that design should contribute to the majority of us, not just to an elite few.
I think there's still this idea that design is about making things look good. That is something designers do, but it's so much more than that.
I think the show is doing an excellent job of educating people and people interested in the power and impact that design can have.
The response from others because of the show has been enormous. And I would highly recommend others to get involved in the show.
We're in the process right now of putting together our next bunch of cast members, both judges and presenters. A lot of the same old crew back, but some really exciting people coming on board as well.
As a judge, I want to be inspired by new ideas.
I'm always kind of seeking the best of the highest state of the art, no matter if you're working on a medical product or a piece of technology. You know, you're seeking something better.
In Season 2, what I'm going to be looking for are innovations that do good for people and the planet.
You know, my criteria is sometimes different than others. I'm constantly on the lookout for great ideas that don't have funding. So my job will be to see, can we apply it commercially out in the real world? Will it make someone's life better? Does it solve a problem? Are you designing for your own ego? That doesn't turn me on.
When I see something I've never seen before, or something that really works, or something that really kind of takes us to another level, I get very inspired.
As a judge in America by Design, I'd be looking for projects that have a positive impact, that are sustainable, that are approachable, and are just really easy to understand and really to use.
In season 2, I'd really like to see more design thinking, these projects centered around making design more inclusive and more accessible.
I want to see something, frankly, that I'm jealous of. I want to see something that I wish I had designed.
I've had a sneak preview of some of the innovations, and they're incredible. I want to know more about them.
Another part of this job I really enjoy is working with some of America's largest companies who have a design story to tell. I like diving into the weeds with them and working out together how we're going to tell that story to our audience.
We're coming back for season 2 with America by Design because there's still so much more to tell. We think that design is a practice that should be open to everyone and accessible by everyone. And what we love about your show is that it actually shows design not in an elitist way, but in a way that's accessible, that excites, I hope, the next generation of designers.
PepsiCo is involved because PepsiCo believes sincerely in human-centered innovation.
We just love telling the story of design, of creativity everywhere, and this show does that. It really shows how design matters, and that helps our mission, and it helps the mission of the people who use Adobe products.
We see the show as this fantastic opportunity to kind of reach out to many, many different types of people and show them that, design is a viable career. It's an exciting career. There's a lot of different types of design and different types of designers, and we want you to come innovate with us.
In olden days, you had a benefactor, but they reaped all the rewards. Today, you have a partner. If that partner can help get your message across and kind of let your dreams come true, I'm always looking for that, especially if you have the ability to learn in the process, both of us.
The beauty of a big business investing in design is that they have the scale, and so they can reach as many people as possible, and you can really change the world.